Hello, everyone. Assalamu alaikum to all of you. Good night, good evening, and good morning to all around the world. So, right now, today we have Andrea Mason as your personal accountability coach and wellness specialist. Andrea Mason will share inspiring stories, practical solutions, and effective strategies to improve your life in a small, uh, measurable ways. So, welcome, Madam Andrea Mason, right now here in a short StreamYard program.
Thank you, Professor Mudassar. How are you doing? Assalamu alaikum. Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon to my Pakistani family in Asia, Africa, Europe, all across the world, North and South America, and we can't forget Australia. Thank you so much for having me. It's an honor, privilege, and pleasure to be here. Back to you.
As I'm telling that Madam Andrea Mason is a personal accountability coach. So in this way, she has a vast, wide range to express different aspects, so different issues and all that. So in this way, today we are going to talk about the issue of health. Especially, you know that the people nowadays they don't take care of their health. So in this way, we have thought it is better to discuss about the how we can improve our health. As you know that health is our number one asset. If we don't have good health, so we can't to communicate with any person. We can't do any work even. We can't do anything. So in this way, so Madam Endermason definitely would share some of the helpful tips that and the strategies and the solutions that how can we improve our living standard and life. So today we are going to talk about the how can we enhance our health and the problem those we'll address today. So how can we improve our health, and if we are facing some issues, how can we sort those issues out? So, Madam Andrea Mason, I would like to talk about, as I'm telling that we're going to talk about the issue of health. So, a lot of people after the age of when they touch 35 or 40, they started to face different issues. So, in this way, I would like to ask you this question that how can we improve or how can we maintain our health? Especially, we are always taking care of ourselves, appearance surface, like we always try to decorate our face and we don't take care eternally that how what are the needs of our body. We always forget about it. So would you like to tell me something that how can we improve our eternal body organs, and how can we improve our eternal situation, right, in this especially in this era where we're living, where we don't have pure things and all those things. So would you like, I'm going to hand over the mic to you that please share some of the helpful tips based on health.
Are you able to hear me?
Yes, right now, yes, I'm hearing you.
For some reason, I can't hear you. Hold on one moment. Okay, try again.
Okay, so my sound is coming to you.
Yes, now it is.
Okay. So as I'm telling that today we are going to talk about the issue of health. Right now, a lot of people don't maintain their health. So in this way, because our health is our number one asset, how can we improve our health, especially in this modern era where we don't like to maintain our eternal body? We always try to maintain our apparent surface, our structure of our body, but we don't go for eternal body system. So in this way, how can we improve our how can we maintain our health? And a lot of people are facing different issues, different diseases. How can we come out of those diseases and maintain our health?
Excellent question. So happy leap year, everyone, as we have another extended day for not only Black History Month, but an extra day to live our healthiest life. Hold on one moment. I tell you, Murphy's Law is in it. Hold on one moment. Be right back. Hold on.
So, viewers, I would like to talk about the issue as I was telling that a lot of people, when they cross 35, age of 35 and 40, they started to face different types of issues. So, they don't like to take exercises even. They always remain busy in their daily schedule as they are facing a lot of all the whole day from dawn to dusk. They are doing different activities, but I forget about those things. So, yes, Madam Mason.
I tell you, today is a crazy day with all interruptions, technical difficulties. So, ladies and gentlemen, please pardon me. So, yes, our health is our number one asset. And what happens as individuals, we are humans of creatures of comfort, or we're creatures of caring. And what do I mean by that? Creatures of comfort is that we kind of get settled in our ways, our habitual rituals. And when it comes to our health, that also coincides with our nutrition, our cuisine, the foods that are available to us, the way our families, eat, and the style and timing of their schedules for having meals, as well as also caring about others. We always put others first before ourselves. And especially if we are entrepreneurs, businessmen and women, students, we want to get our tasks done. And we lose track of actually creating our body as a temple and eating the proper meals, nutritions, and beverages. So one of the key points I encourage individuals is to do is be mindful of what you're investing and ingesting in your body. What do I mean by that? Are you having a lot of salty foods? Are you having sugar foods? Here in the US, it is the number one, if you will, substance that is consumed and causes so many other conditions. What do sugar is a chemical that actually, if not exercised, can either boost your energy, have you crash after you have that fight or flight with food, after you have a lot of sugary meals, but it also deteriorates the body of deterioration of your teeth, the way you ingest things if you're not properly exercising after meals. And on the other side of the coin, for those other up and coming developing countries, we don't have the access or the resources to properly prepare the foods that are healthy for us. So obesity is a huge component that is attacking the world in masses, regardless of where you live, because it's the food that you're consuming, it's the products that are placed on the food for protection, like pesticides and keeping them clean in transport. And also, it's the consumption of food. Many times, individuals, especially during the changing of the world, a lot of individuals who were healthy were confined to their homes and had limited mobility. Now, remember, a body in motion stays in motion. Now, I'm not saying you need to prepare for, the Olympics, but you need to be mindful what foods are good for you, what foods are healthy for you, what foods can you have in moderation, as well as beverages. Back to you.
So in this way, and yeah, I would like to ask this question that at the age of 30 to 40, the people are not very well aware because in that age they are, very much busy in their working schedules. They always forget about that one they are, taking some different types of things. As you're telling that a lot of people take a lot of sugar, even though in their different beverages at the same time, different soft drinks even. So in this way, a lot of people are forgetting about this thing. Say at the age of 35, 30 to 40, they always they don't take care of their health. But when they are touching to the 40, they started to feel different issues in their body. So then they started to come to know that definitely they should have to take exercise. They start gym. When they come to know that there are some diseases which are trying to attack on them, then they become cautious. Later on, before that, they do not take care of it. So what would be the strategies for the young kids, especially young lads, especially teenagers? What should they do? Because they are very much busy. They don't have time to improve their health. They have some, busy schedule. They don't have time. So what they should do to cope up the situation? They are always ready to take beverages and the soft drinks and they don't take care about it, that they feel that we are over here forever and ever. They forget about that one day the different types of diseases would come to attack them, and they will be very much hurting at the moment. But before that, they don't take care. So, what would you suggest to them?
Yes, that's a great question. We substitute busy and productivity in, you know, as a priority as to our health. Our body is our temple. And you hit the nail on the head, Professor Mandassar. The individuals between 30 and 40 and even younger feel like we're going to live here a lifetime. We only literally, for most people, have 7 to 9 decades here on this earth, if we're lucky, if we maintain our health. I worked at a wellness center where I was able to learn the different components, techniques, and strategies to how to reverse the situations and deterioration of the body, regardless of age. And that is in conjunction with the intake of water. But then a lot of people question, well, if I don't have clean water in my area, how do I have access to water? Water, it makes up most of our body. And what also is available is if you do live in an area where it's not clean water, you have the ability to boil it and then get rid of those toxins and chemicals in the water, and then have it as a tea with your herbal teas in your area, or you can just wait and then let it cool down and then have that water. Water is important because what happens is, what I've learned and at this facility, is that if you drink about half your body weight in ounces, that actually cleanses and and releases the toxins from your body. Some individuals, if we're going to talk about the 30 to 50 or 30 to 40-year-old individuals, then take it upon yourself. Look at a 16 to 19-hour fast, because that also reboots and resets your system. Now, if you really want to go into it, what are the different steps and techniques to cleanse the body, to have longevity, to be healthy, then we want to look at Mother Earth. We want to look at nature. We want to look at the leafy greens. We want to look at the berries and the legumes that are provided from us from, our habitats. And if we refrain from, mass produced, food or sugars, then we can have control. Everybody says, well, it's easy to go to the supermarket. But think about it. You're making an investment into your life. If you say, oh, it's a lot of money for organic or healthy produce, in the supermarkets or even the local markets, that are outdoors, then you're really saying, putting a price tag on your health. Think about it. You want that $2.99 beverage that's the big gulp, of carbonated water, carbonated soda and sugars. And then, you drink of several of those for a cheap price, but then you're really deteriorating the longevity of your health. Think about what the resources, if we were, for example, if you will, go back to the indigenous individuals who lived off the land. They have sure had difficult medical conditions that were, at times during the circumstances limited to recover from that. But for the most part, they fed off the land. Now, if we are mindful of this, then we can make smarter choices. Every day we have a choice. We have a choice to purchase a beverage of alcohol or carbonation, or we can choose water or a fruit drink because of the natural sugars. But, saying that we don't have time, we're busy, you're literally putting your health, as you mentioned at the top of the hour, your number one asset secondary. And one of the other tidbits that I would say is, look at your familial history. Now, everybody says it's genetics, type 1 diabetes, heart conditions, high blood pressure. But if you peel back the layers and you look at the ingredients, the recipes, and the way and the amount of consumption of these foods, of course, you're going to have similar medical conditions. But I, working at this wellness center, were able to see and reverse individuals who had type 2 diabetes, who had high blood pressure, who were on mental health medications, because they changed their lifestyle. They changed not only their food consumption, but their exercise, their mindset, and frequency. It's a complete system, the way our body has worked. The body is trained to heal itself. So, with water, proper foods and fruits and vegetables, leafy greens, exercise, and I'm not talking rigorous exercise, I'm talking walking around the block or getting up and running in place to build up a sweat, to build up and heighten that cardio. These are just the simple steps you can do within the budget of your wallet, in the comfort of your home, starting a new lifestyle. Back to you.
Excellent. I mean, appropriate answer. That answer should be given. At the same time, I would also quote one other thing, that most probably on television, a lot of young people, so they like to watch different ads, commercials, which are of energy drinks. In this way, they try to boost up. Okay, whenever you are some sort of issue, or you're exhausted, so you should need to take any sort of energy drinks. In this way you will be able to feel well. So
Mhm.
this habit has developed through media. Just
Yes.
because of that, if you are feeling exhausted, you started to take drink, and ultimately you will be on the right way, on the right track, so you started to again do the same thing as you have been doing before. So in
Mhm.
this way they are also losing this aspect as well, because carbonated, and especially those soda at the same time, those things in which a lot of sugar contains in them, so they forget about it. So a lot of people also have another issue, that they feel that we don't have inherited in when we talk about sugar issue, sugar disease, so diabetes. So in this way they feel that we don't have in our inheritance. So we won't indulge in this disease because we are safer side. We are on the safer side. So
Mhm.
how much, I mean, sugar we can get, but we can't, suffer in this diabetes. So what
Right.
would you think about this?
Yes, absolutely. We have the ability to do a trial run. Everybody talks on media about these different challenges that they can do on social media. And I have seen in my line of work as a holistic and wellness specialist, pardon me, do a complete 180, if not 360 in less than 30 days. And how do they do this? They start off by refraining and eliminating all the sugars, caffeine, carbonated drinks, and all the stuff that makes us groggy. Think about it. When we have water, we have energy. We are consuming and putting back water into our bodies. How many times have we gone to a fast food restaurant or ate much consumption of carbohydrates? Thanksgiving in America, everybody falls asleep there afterwards. If you have a healthy meal, they go to sleep. Not many individuals do that in other countries. I know in Europe, when I visited Spain, even in Paris, they would have their meals, they would have some yogurt to the probiotics to digest the food, and then they would go out for a walk. So we have to be mindful of how the body works. And it is going to be difficult. Is it possible? Yes. Is it doable? Yes. For some it is impossible because you're stripping and eliminating all the sugars in your body. And I have some ideas of foods that people eat. I mean, if you think about it, when you give someone a healthy meal, they have energized, they're full, and it's a small portion because they're getting all the nutrients and ingredients and vitamins from it. But if you give someone fast food or a quick meal, they have it for a short period of time, but then they're hungry again because it's already gone through your system. So, if you want to learn more, I'd be more than happy to share with you some of the techniques that I utilized. I, over the course of 30 years, pardon me, 30 days, have completely stripped everything from the negative fast food, sugary foods, salty foods, savory foods as well. And sure, is there a period of irritability? Of course. Sure, is there a period of withdrawal? Of course. But your body is doing a reset. And when you know the different foods that stimulate your heart rate, slow down your heart rate, or give you energy, then you no longer have a diet. You have a lifestyle. So if you go to that wedding in Pakistan, if you go to that celebration in Africa, or if you come to the States and celebrate Christmas or Hanukkah, you have the ability to eat those other foods, but in moderation, because you know what the toll it takes on your body. Back to you.
So another question in this way I'd like to ask that a lot of people who are taking different, I'm going to talk about the coffee or tea. A lot of people they feel that when they skip that thing, when they do not take one uh, teacup in a day, they started to feel headache.
Mhm.
So they
Yes.
feel that it has become the need of them. Without that, they cannot, sleep well, they cannot do well, any sort of work. So they all the time they are feeling tired. And when they take a cup of tea and they started to do the work in a very excellent way. So what do
Mhm.
you think about this? How can we have become habitualized of it, or we have associated those things with that, or really it is affecting our body to we won't take it, so we can't do anything. What do we think about it?
Yes, a great question. Well, as sugar, it's a stimulant. So it's going to give you that boost of energy, but only for a short period of time. And alcohol is also a depressant. It might get you excited, but then you have that crash, that downward time, whether of it's depression, sadness, isolation, or even in just not having motivation to do anything. And then you suffer the repercussions the next day of what they call a hangover. So you can get the same effects from, nature's bounty, if you will. If they talk about endurance and getting that energy, taste a rainbow. You can have all the fruits. Oranges are very, have great vitamins and nutrients that will give you that energy, but it will be lasting longer. As you had mentioned before, longevity. It's giving you that sustainability and stamina for a long period of time. Sugars only last in the body for so long until we choose to break them up or not to, and that's where the fat and the weight comes on, the energy, the conditions of the skin and the hair. It affects everything. And I think if we do the research and looking at the different fruits and vegetables, and one of the other things, Professor Mudassar, is being adventurous, tasting outside of your culture, tasting the cuisines that have those, amazing flavors, whether it's from the sea, from the pasture, or even from Mother Earth. And I think that's what it is. We just get so settled that we either have a bang for our butt. We use our wallet, just immediate instant gratification for that spontaneity of that quick fix of a savory or, a sweet taste for that moment. Or we can go the other way, spend a little bit more, but you're also putting in longevity. You're putting in the long hours and the long days of restoring your health. Your body is a temple. Everything works in coordinates. And there's so many different YouTube channels out there. I also have a playlist about health and wellness and nutrition on my YouTube channel, Andrea Mason, Victim to Victorious, where I speak about a myriad of topics. But this is something that really rings true to my heart, because not only is it what you invest in your body, water, healthy foods, nutrients, balance, vitamins, but it's also what you do with your body, the way your mind is set, the positive attitude that this is not a diet, this is a change in lifestyle so I can have a longer, healthier lifestyle, do the things I want to do, and then see my children's children, my grandchildren, my great grandchildren, and be able to lay down on the floor and play with them. A lot of individuals are just so stagnant these days, whether it's that of sitting behind a computer, doing work and having another screen there, scrolling on their phone for that 15 to 30-second, immediate message. What are we doing? Let's get back into a three-dimensional world where we are educating individuals about health, wellness, and nutrition. And the beauty of it is sharing the different cuisines across the world in different cultures. Back to you.
Okay. Excellent suggestions that you have right now given. So in this way, I would ask another question. So that is very, serious one. That in Pakistan, if we take the example of Pakistan, so a lot of women in Pakistan they don't like to work.
Mhm.
most probably, you can just say 50% or 60% women remains at home. They
Mhm.
always remain busy in doing their domestic work. So all the time, they're doing at kitchen or all the time. So they at the same time, they always try to take different types of like coffee, tea, and different types of soft drinks, energy drinks. They start to take because they don't have nothing to do with. So because they have become habitual, because whenever they feel any sort of feel thirsty, hungry or feel thirst, they started to take cold drink or specific drink. So in this way, specific drink like as in Pakistan, so Coca Cola or Pepsi or those, these are the very much common. So they are taking and Sting energy drink, that is also very much common. So a lot of people are taking it as a fashion. So
Mhm.
in this way, what would you suggest to the women of Pakistan? Because they all the time remaining at home, they have
Mhm.
nothing to do because everything is in front of them, and
Mhm.
whenever they feel thirst, whenever they feel feeling hungry, they started to take it, and like they are started to eat. So in this way, they have become fatty because
Mhm.
because they have nothing to do with, all the time busy in their kitchen, and at the same time whatever they like to eat, take it at once and started to do. They don't have any sort of activity even. They don't like to do any sort of exercise even. So
Mhm.
what would you suggest to them, because they don't have any sort of things to do, to take exercise or to walk even. So remaining at home and just eating, drinking, and enjoying their life. But when they come to age of 40 or 45, they started to say that we have a pain in body, we have pain in our knees, we can't I can't walk even. So what should I do? They are on, they always try to take medicine. I'm not feeling well, I can't cook today. At the age of 45, they started to make complaints. So what
Mhm.
would you suggest to them?
Well, first and foremost, I encourage those women to reach out to me because I don't know how to cook. I'd love to cook. I love eating. That's me. I love eating. I like tasting all different cuisines. I'd love to be a foodie and try everything new. But one of the suggestions is if the women of Pakistan and those up and coming developing countries where the cultures where the women are homebound, I encourage you, make your problem your passion. What do I mean by that? If you're home constantly cooking, educate the world. We have the world at our fingertips. Do a YouTube video channel, do a reel, do a story. Start a group of where you're teaching other women other areas of the world about your culture, about your cuisine. This is what I'm cooking. These are the ingredients. These is the way and the steps on how I'm doing it. Don't forget, anytime you have any kind of knee or leg pain or you're overweight, what I've learned was each pound on your body adds 5 more pounds on your knees. So for every pound you're overweight, you're adding extra 5 pounds on your knees because that's where the balance comes through. So for the women of Pakistan, as you addressed, I'll address them as well as other women or men who are home and really don't know how, they're either by culture, society, or their own choosing, really aren't involved in the workforce era. Make it profitable. What do you do every single day because of your cultural restrictions or society? And how do you educate the world? I am actually walking beside a woman of Africa and she loves cooking. And I said, well, if that's your passion, make it profitable. Teach other young women, teach other women across the world of the ingredients, of the techniques, the cooking techniques of your culture, all the different, because there's a plant that heals everyone. I don't think everybody understands that. I'll repeat again. On this Mother Earth, there is a plant that can heal someone and something. In my line of industries, I've had individuals with MS, individuals with type 2 diabetes, individuals who were overweight. And instead of using supplements, instead of using medicine, instead of using prescription drugs, they actually altered and educated themselves about the effects of the plants and individual and food around them. One of the key components is mushrooms. There's a myriad of a million mushrooms out there, but actually there are some mushrooms that prevent C condition. Again, because of my belief system, I don't use those conditions or diseases, if you will, because I believe we have the ability with knowledge to reverse it. It's about the mindset. It's about the action. It's about being proactive with our ingredients, proactive with our lifestyles and educating them. So if you are a woman out there between the ages of 30, 40, and 50, and you are overweight, do some education, do some research, or I welcome you to reach out to me and let's explore what other options aside from medicine, aside of being dependent on pharmaceutical drugs, which not only may mask or solve that problem, but will also add other contributing factors that you didn't have before. And I'd be happy to walk beside you upon it. Wellness and nutrition are a key component in this world. And like Mudassar, I'll repeat it again, as Professor Mudassar has said, and I say, health is our number one asset. If we don't have it, we're not here. So think about not only your longevity, but think about the legacy. Think about the upcoming generations, your children, your children's children. You want to be there for that. So make healthy choices. Back to you.
Yes, excellent, Andrea Mason. As you are a global voice, and you are trying to share the voice which are of a people who are very much associated with that. A lot of people are trying to get some sort of inspiration based on different affairs of life. So as today we have discussed or addressed about the issue of health, I feel that really it looks to me that you are also a doctor as well, along with the personal accountability coach, because the way you are providing like real a physician or any and doctor who provide some sort of helpful tips you are trying to provide. So such a really great indeed, because I'm not just like buttering or somewhat like, because I used to connect with you off and on, so like to discuss different issues. So you have so much command over the issues or the ideas. I always try to share positive approach, optimistic approach. I always try to show those things which should be shared. Very less people share those things. So in this way, today as we discussed about that issue, so you have I feel a lot of people who are connecting with us, who are listening us. So definitely that would be a really healthy and helpful tips they might have got from your your source of inspiration. And I feel that they are trying to get out of it that what you're saying, and though what sorts of ideas and mindset you are trying to share, what is the context of your whole debate they're trying to share out. So in this way you are very much helpful for the lot of people who are trying to facing some sort of issues based on that. So we just need, because as you said, so our health is number one asset. So without it we are nowhere. If we are facing some sort of issues, so definitely our life is nothing. So people facing a lot of miseries, issues. When it comes to disease, it means that you have feeling alignment and all that, so you can't get better. So health is wealth, as it is said for work. Health is wealth. So without, if you have health, so you have wealth, you have everything. But if you don't have health, you have a lot of money, you can't enjoy. So in this way, always try. If you have health, wealth, and if you are health, so you have everything. So in this way, always try to enjoy your life with the better health, and try to maintain your health, because in this world it is a one time offer. It is not a second time offer. So we are over here just once only. And when we depart, we will not come again. So we don't, our identity is up to us. So we have come just for one time. I'm just telling you, all of you who are watching. So in this way, don't forget about it.
Yes. And it's the mindset. It is the mindset. We could either just look at today and say today is day one, or we can say one day we'll do it. And that one day may not be here. And it's just a simple step. For the listeners who are listening playback or live right now, welcome to Professor Mudassar and Majeed and Andrea. We are here just to educate you. That's all. It's just like that cliche. You can lead a horse to water, you can't force him to drink. But the knowledge is out there, and we're not dictating. We're not lecturing. We're just saying it's possible. Take that
Yes.
first initiative. Can you go today and aim today to drink 2 bottles of water? Can you go today this week without your favorite sweet? Can you go 3 days with eating just fruits and vegetables? It's those baby steps that are taking in the proactive mode every single day that will allow you to make the success and progress. We're not saying completely eliminate everything. You can have a healthy lifestyle, eating what you want when you want, but it's first knowing your body, knowing what foods cause acid reflux, what foods cause fatigue, what foods have the repercussions the next day in your stomach, in your digestive tract. If we educate ourselves and say, okay, this particular food is healthy for me, I feel energetic, make it simple. Write a little daily log. Put down 3 bullet points of your meals, morning, lunch, and dinner. Write what you wrote and put an emoji. If you were in a digital time, you could just go to your phone, lunch, smiley face, breakfast, sad face, dinner, you didn't have it today. But at least you're taking accountability and responsibility for your actions. You're taking it step by step to create a journal, which then creates history, which then develops a foundation for you going forward. Back to you.
Excellent. I would say that you have another dimension, you have another area where you can discuss and have a long debate, and you can provide assistance to the people who are, facing, because the people, those who don't take care of their health. So in this way, if they like to start to watch you, like to start to listen you, definitely they would get some sort of a positive approach to our life. So we should try to spend our life in at its best. We
Yes.
should try to create some sort of happiness around us. If we are eternally happy, so we are apparently happy. If we are eternally sad, so we can't face, we make ourselves like on the in front of the people that we are happy and all that. So your body suggests you. So it is all, if you're taking care of your face or you're trying to
Mhm.
decorate it, so try to decorate your eternal as well. Try
Mhm.
to maintain your health, internal body organs as well, along with your parent structure. Their beauty is industry. So at the
Mhm.
same time, that is industry, we're providing each and everything on our face, we are pasting it on all that all the time. So at the same time, it's our right to maintain our health. So in this
Mhm.
way, we can lead a well balanced life and prolonged life, because a lot of people die early just because they don't take care of, and they start in different types of diseases, and they go early from this world. So if you want to spend a happy and healthy life, so try to avoid such sorts of beverages. At the same time, so these types of energy drinks. So in this way, you need to maintain your health by keeping away these sorts of things. It's just such pretty simple precautions. If we follow it, definitely we'll be on the right track. So just
Yes.
a simple, just like as we people, in being a Muslim, so month of Ramzan is coming. So in this way, we have to keep fast,
Yes.
because early in the morning we have to take our breakfast, and at night we have to take our dinner. Whole day we have nothing to eat and
Yes.
nothing to drink. So in
Yes.
this way, a lot of people who are facing different issues, they sort out those issues. So I think that's another thing. In this way, a lot of people lose their weight, because all that on the rest of the days they remaining busy in eating different sorts of things. But in the holy month of Ramzan, people started to lose their weight. So in this way, a month of blessings is coming. So in this way, a lot of people would also, get benefit of it.
And I
So
think
a very
that's a great, actually, a challenge. The month that starts, we should start it. We will come back on. Maybe we'll do a segment that first day and really discuss about it. How are your emotions? How is your body reacting? And just one thing that you tapped on, and I want to be mindful of everybody's time. You made a great, topic of addressment. What you addressed, especially for women, we're always putting something on our face, makeups, or if it's our figure, we're covering ourselves up. Obviously, all due respect, in some cultures we have to cover ourselves up, but I want to ask everyone out there, men, women, child, when you look in the mirror after you get out of the shower, are you happy or are you concerned? take that 3 to 5 seconds and really say, am I doing the best for my body? Am I taking care of my body? Because what happens in society, and America especially, is that we are commercialized with everything to put a band-aid over it. We put makeup on to mask our facial imperfections. We put big clothes on to mask our weight. We put on, different accessories, and we go to different events or hang around with certain people, not only as a reflection of who we are as a character, but also to who we feel comfortable. Feel comfortable in your own skin. Get out there and flaunt your body as a temple in a civil, respectful manner. This is my gift. This is my physical gift from our Creator, and I'm going to treat it with respect. I'm going to treat it with dignity, both inside and out, for longevity and the prosperity of life for me and my family. Back to you.
Thank you very much, Andrea Mason, for your precious time. So you have shared very valuable tips based on how we can spend a happy and healthy life. So those people who are attached with us, definitely they got a lot of things out of us. So I hope so. Your guidance definitely would give them provide them some sort of healthy way of life, a healthy way to spend a better life. So your sound is going all around the world. So definitely your sound definitely would that matters, because when your sound is coming around the world, so definitely you're trying to get creating a positive impact in the world. So definitely your sounds matters a lot. So try to create your sound all around the world, so definitely people would get benefit out of it, and definitely you will be blessed by God. So thank
Thank
you
you
very
so
much for
much.
your time. Thank
Yes.
you very much for this time.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum. Be well. And if you need help, reach out to me and I'll walk beside you every step of the way. Thank you, Professor Mudassar, for hosting another amazing event. And we'll see you real soon. Take care. Be well.
Okay. Goodbye to all of you. Goodbye.